Apologies for the audio quality ahead of time. I guess when I was doing the tournament, I had changed some of my settings. I just never changed it back, so the audio quality is going to be a little wacky. Sorry about that. I already fixed it, probably, as you can tell. Anyhow, back into the video. Yo, what is up everyone? Tachi here. So today we got some Last Cloudia content coming in. First of all, I'm gonna show off my account. So obviously I'm quite late into the game. I just started playing maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. So not quite there yet, but I figured it's about time I can finally start making some videos on it. I grind all the time, so you see my account is pretty nice. I did actually luck out and I got Randy from the Secret of Mana collection. He is a limited unit, I'm pretty sure. Popoi as well. Sad I didn't get my waifu, but that's just how it is. Other than that, I also maybe spent quite a few diamonds on my dark waifu over here, but maybe not the best choice there, considering she is obtainable at other times. But maybe I'll be leveling up some of these other characters when I have time. Specifically, I want to level up Shin, because I actually do need a really strong light damage dealer. So let's get into it. Let's do some event. I think I'm going to do one Divine Beast. I think I need to do this one if I'm not mistaken. Let me actually check. I need to beat the Mana Beast to get this one, Punisher of Mankind. So I want this item because it's actually a really good spear. And it's kind of a limited item. So if you don't get it, I don't think you can ever get it. And it is very strong. But before we get into that, let's talk about our first quote-unquote sponsor spot of the channel. Not technically a sponsor because it's just a referral link, but our first sponsor, with heavy air quotes, is Webull. Webull is a platform in which you are able to open an account for free. There are no fees. If you're interested in stocks or if you're interested in making money, and I'm sure a lot of you are because we all play gacha games, and even if you're a free-to-play player, at the very least, you could just use that extra money on something more important in real life. And if you are not a free-to-play player, you could use that extra money to pull for waifus like me. If you're interested in that, feel free to click the pinned comment below the video, make your account. I believe it's available in North America. They are also doing a promotion for the holidays, where if you deposit any amount of money, you'll get 2 stocks for free that range from value between $12 and $1,500. The chance of getting a $1,000 stock or above is 1 in 10,000. Full disclosure, both of us will be getting the free stock, so obviously I am benefiting from this if you open an account. Punisher of Mankind. Bring in some buddies over here. I'm going to leave it on full auto, so I guess we can take this time to talk a little bit. So if you guys are fans of my Brown Dust content, I don't think I'm going to be doing guides and whatnot for Last Cloudia. So if you are a guide watcher and you also play Last Cloudia, I don't think I'm going to be one of those people. Just mostly because I'm kind of far away from catching up, and I don't really understand the game fully yet. Like, I can think of some builds here and there, but I'm still very new to the game. So any guides I'm probably not going to have anytime soon. In regards to more Brown Dust content, I did say that I was going to make the actual dungeon. What is it called? I think I still have to do Fatal, maybe Rage, one or the other. I have to do like 1 or 2 more of the rune dungeons. So I will have that. If it's quiet tonight, I'll just record it later today. It is like 4 in the morning right now. I'll record it and then I'll just post it tomorrow or something, which would be Monday. So hopefully look forward to that. Hopefully the doggos stay asleep and I'll be able to do that. Otherwise, I guess I'll just see. Other than that, in regards to plans for the rest of the month, I don't really know if I'm going to be too busy. Christmas is coming. So I do want to have content available to post on the holidays, just because I know that's a really good time to post and people are off from work. Some people, not everyone, some people are off from work. It's a good time both for you guys and for me. So I'm going to do that. I will try at least. I don't know what to post. Round dust wise, there's really not much to it other than arena, maybe some friendlies. Pretty much there's not really much else in terms of guides to do. I could make a guide for like every single floor of Evil Castle and every single stage campaign, but it's just so easy if you just read and you reference other guides. Granted, obviously for newbies maybe not so much, but you kind of just get like an understanding of how the game works. Like for example, if you look at a world boss guide, and let's take Ogdode for example. You can see, let me actually pull up my team really quick on my end. Alright, so you see an Ogdode team, you see that they have units with burns that increase damage. You see that they're using something like Alicia and Barbara. They have anti-heal that increases damage. You see that they have a Yawn, which lowers agility. You kind of understand, or you should understand, the purpose of the units being used. And you should automatically be able to think, okay, well, I don't have Riedel at plus 14 for the maximum burn possible. Okay, what can I place Riedel with? Okay, let me just go look at the list of units. I'm pretty sure in game you can do it. If not, the book app for Brown Dust has it. It's a website. You look at other units that have burns that give you increased damage. If I'm not mistaken, one of them is Noel. So you use Noel instead. That's fine. Or for example, okay, well this guy's using Michaela. What can I use instead of Michaela? Well, look at the tiles that I'm using. Who is the one that really needs the buff? If you see that the only person that needs the buff is Cowley because she does the most damage, and I suppose whoever your number 4 is, if you're using Wester, you want damage on them. So you could use anything that will give you crit chance and crit damage to Cowley and Wester. It doesn't really matter what it is, but the most optimal choice is either going to be Michaela, or you could use whatever the 4-star one is called, the new 4-star support. It gives like a shit ton of crit damage. You could use her too. That's fine. Or you see, okay, well they're using Cerubia. I don't have Cerubia. Well, just pick another support. It really doesn't matter. Brown Dust is a type of game where you could replace units with similar units and similar skill types. So if you can do it, just do it. Replace what is not 100% required. Now there are some units that you can't fully replace, like for example, nothing does what a Yawn does. So you do need a Yawn, because a Yawn is the only unit that decreases agility. You could try to fuck with it and maybe use... No, there's really nothing, honestly. Because the only other thing that would reduce it is something that just reduces stats in general. And that just is not enough. You would need multiple of them. Even in my strategy where I do have Maya and I have, I believe her name is Natalie, the 3-star, that they reduce stats. They only reduce, I think, all combined like 45%. It's not enough. So you really do have to get an understanding of like what units do what and what you can replace them with. The same thing goes in Arena. You know, in Arena, for example, if you look at my videos and you see my Arena teams, you think, okay, well, clearly my team is good because I can make it to Grandmaster, I can make it to top 50, I can make it to top 10. I can't hold it too well, but I make it up there. So maybe you could try to use my team in your rank, but you don't have all the units I have, obviously. Otherwise, you would be at my rank, probably. Who knows, really? So just replace the units with similar units. Obviously, I would highly suggest don't replace my units with things that like are not the same. Like for example, don't replace Dalvi with another DPS. At that point, you kind of just, you might as well just make a completely new formation. You kind of just have to think on your own there. Like think about why people do things. Like for example, why do people put Angelica on skip position as a tank? Okay, why is that? Okay, simple. Because Angelica at, I believe, plus 12 has infinite 100% defense. So the only thing that she dies to is fixed damage. And you can't get hit by fixed damage in the skip position unless some fuckwit motherfucker is running some concentrated fire skip unit and then runs Dalvi immediately after. But other than those people, she's pretty much not vulnerable to anything in that spot. That's why people run her there. They can also replace her with Dalvi because it does the same thing. Although Angelica is better at Dalvi in that tanking aspect there because it's infinite and it doesn't, sometimes go into human form. She also counters Cowley, which Dalvi gets stuck on. And she also kills Grandhilder. So Angelica is a really strong unit on that aspect. Dalvi can kill Grandhilder if she's buffed enough. You need 2 buffs at least to kill Grandhilder securely. And even that will depend on how much HP the enemy Grandhilder has and if she's plus 12 or higher. Grandhilder can be replaced by Cowley, but she's significantly worse in that, for example, Barbara does not die to Cowley. Well, she could if she didn't have defense subs, but typically, or if she didn't have like other things like healing of some sort. So she can technically die to a Cowley, but it's very rare. You can just put on like a defense sub and you'll survive. But Cowley can die to Grandhilder if she doesn't have some stats weakening from someone. So she can die, which is fine. Another note, people ask me a lot, especially newer players, they ask me, well, why do I use Michaela? Because Michaela decreases my unit's HP. Isn't it bad for my units to be dying? And the answer to that question is yes. However, if Michaela's buffs help you kill things more so than they kill your units, then it's worth it. Like, for example, if I use Michaela on say Barbara, or I use it on Asmode, or I use it on Taylor, and it helps me kill big targets, it's worth it for me because it helps me securely kill things that I need to kill. For example, my Taylor is plus 10 at the moment. My Taylor with double buff can kill taunting Grandhilders. If I was only using Rafithia, I wouldn't be able to do that. I would not kill Grandhilder when she's taunting. Now, granted, this is a Grandhilder without Rafithia buff, so she doesn't have the extra reduced damage. But I can kill him, which is important because I need something that's able to kill Grandhilder's taunting, especially in defense, which is why I actually just recently swapped to bot lane really quick, just so that I can run Barbara in the back as a sacrificial killer. She either kills Cecilia in the front if they're bot lane as well, which lets me use Nardis their lane before they can kill me, or she kills front Grandhilders. Either war works for me. I'm fine with either, which has actually increased my defense win rate by quite a bit. Which is very necessary, by the way, for the final 2-hour push. Now, it's hard for me to make a guide that basically explains my thought process, or even any player's thought process into how certain things work, because I really don't know where to start from. You know what I mean? It's like if someone asked me in an FPS game, hey, how do you learn how to shoot well? My only real answer is really aim for the head or aim for the body and try to control the pattern to hit them in the head, because heads are typically in shooting games one shot headshot. So how do you do that? You just do it. The only real way you learn how to do it is through practice, and the equivalent in Brown Dust is the only way you learn how to make teams is by failing. The only real way you're ever going to learn in Brown Dust is by failing. That's just how that game works. You could learn some things by emulating other players, But at the end of the day, I feel that really limits you in terms of your overall skill, because you're basically you're relying on someone else's knowledge. And unfortunately, even if you take in all of what they're presenting, you still can't read into why they're making decisions. Even if they try to explain things, there's only so much you can pick up on and so much that they are going to actually explain properly. Like if you go back to even some of my videos where I do try to explain as much as possible, I still leave things out because I just can't think about like what kind of information might be useful for you guys. The same would go for Cloudia. You're not really going to learn the game by just copying someone's build. You need to understand why certain things are good on certain characters, why they're not that good on other characters, what is the best build, so to speak. Well, there's no real best build because this game is very free in terms of what you can do. You just kind of have to learn it on your own, try out different builds, see what works, see what doesn't work, see what does whatever job you need. That's just kind of how these games work. You see, I'm over here, I'm grinding through the hard mode, trying to get my diamonds so I can grind more. I feel like this game has way too much grind, by the way. Over here, changing subjects. That's Cloudia. I enjoy it a lot, but there's just something about it. Like the grind feels good, but I feel that the grind is a little too heavy. You know what I mean? I think if they were to tone down the ridiculous drop rates just a little bit, I feel this game could be a lot more fun. That's just what I think. I really do. But I do enjoy it. So there's not really much on that aspect that you can do other than just grind. Just grind and grind and grind and grind and grind some more. Especially when you're trying to catch up. Because obviously there's people who are already maxed out because they use I don't even know what you would call them, like the recording things where you record your actions and then you just have it on repeat. So there's people that do that and they've been maxed out for like forever. But honestly, that just kind of kills it for me. Like, what is the point of doing that if you're not going to be playing the game and you're just going to have maxed out characters, but you're not going to have anything to do because all your characters are maxed. You just breeze through everything. It just feels so unfun. It just doesn't. The entire fun part, because unlike Brown Dust, for example, where there's not too much fun when it comes to upgrading characters. Like upgrading characters isn't fun, you know. Getting runes isn't fun. The fun part comes with trying out different stuff in PvE, trying out stuff in PvP, playing Evil Castle, trying out different formations, stuff like that. That's where the fun is at. There's not really much fun in the grind, but in Cloudia, like at the moment, there's no PvP. And there's limited PvE content. Like I already cleared through the normal story, so I only have hard left. And once I'm done with that, what am I even doing? I already have all my characters maxed, right? So what am I even really doing in the game? So yeah, that's just kind of boring. Like I can't imagine why anyone would auto through for like the first week or first 2 weeks of the game and just max out all the other stuff. It's just so boring when you do stuff like that. There's nothing else to do. You're gonna quit. It's so boring. If PvP was out, it would be maybe more fun because you'd have maxed out units. But that's just if you're a PvE fan, you really like PvE, or more specifically, you really like stomping on people in PvP. That's where the fun is. So let's go over here. Let's end it off with a pool. Loading screens, by the way, kind of insane sometimes. So gotcha. I don't need anything because I actually already have Secret of Mana Arc, and I have the SR one too. So I don't really need it. I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna try and pull character. All right, there. Alright, let's try it out. Let's find out. 1,000 crystals, man. Starting to run out of free diamonds. Unfortunately, that's just how this game works. Not really much other than events when it comes to diamonds. So let's check the portal out. The blue. Alright, better turn fucking red, I swear to God. Give me some fucking flashbacks. Alright, flashbacks. We got flashbacks. I think this means it's a character, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, it's just a silver. Darn, I didn't get that last flashback. I think it's the third flashback that tells you whether or not it's a character. Like it flashbacks to like the start of the game or something. So I got some other over here for Grand Bargain. Yep, maybe I'll do this one later. What else did I get? Secret Room of Hermit. Poison Cloud, Poison Resist, Poison Research. I'm not mistaken, I believe this one is actually pretty good with I think there's a bow or something, or a claw or something that has a chance to inflict poison, or a chance to inflict silence or something like that. I think it goes well with this. Let's see what else? What is the next thing there? Eternal Clock 0. Speed Recast, Accelerate, Haste, Speed Phaser, Auto Haste. That's actually really strong. And I don't see any downsides to that. The only thing other than the fucking SC cost is if your skill cost is 14, you know, that's like half of your pool early game. Your base is like 25 or something. That's pretty actually, is it 25 or 20? But if it's 25, even then that's still, you know, a solid like 70%, 60 something percent. That's a pretty hefty amount. If it's 20, that's even worse. So fuck it. Either way, guys, that is the end of this video. Hopefully you enjoyed some Last Cloudia content. My little rant. I'm out. Have a nice day.